Hi, I'm David and welcome back to Radio Pop. Christmas is just around the corner and we can feel its magical spirit around us. We see lights, decorations and Christmas trees appearing everywhere, in our homes, on the streets and in every corner of our life. I think you'll agree with me if I say that the big chunk of Christmas mood comes with Christmas songs. You've heard all these songs playing in shopping malls, restaurants, and at holiday parties. You know all their words by heart, but do you know how some of the world's best-known Christmas songs and carols were created? In today's episode, we'll tell about 3 famous Christmas carols and 3 contemporary/modern songs. This is just the first part of our Christmas episodes, so subscribe to our channel and ring the bell not to miss the next part, which will be here in just 2 weeks. And the first Christmas carol that we're going to talk about is
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
It is impossible to think about Christmas without singing Jingle Bells in your mind. And that's why we decided to start our episode with it. Penned by James Lord Pierpont in 1850 Savannah, Georgia, the song was originally titled The One-Horse Open Sleigh and was intended to celebrate Thanksgiving and not Christmas.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
The song was renamed in 1857 when its lyrics and notes were changed and first published. Decades passed before it became popular.
Oh, what joy it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Yet, it made history on December 16, 1965, becoming the first song broadcast in space.
Stand by one. Looks like he's trying to signal something.
The crew of Gemini 6 followed reports of seeing Santa Claus with an improvised version of Jingle Bells, which included bells and harmonica that they had snuck on board. If you want to learn more about the first song that was played on the moon, check out one of our previous episodes that will appear in the top corner around here. You probably heard this song.
Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old.
Making the bold ding dong ding dong. That is the song with joyful ring. Oh.
Once in 3 words of reaching from everywhere, filling it.
This song has been performed by many famous artists and choirs. It also has been in a bunch of Christmas movies, including Home Alone.
Seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they blow, raising the sound.
It's a Ukrainian folk song written in 1916 by Ukrainian composer Mykola Leontovich and titled Shedrik. The song tells the tale of swallow flying into household to proclaim the plentiful year that the family will have. The song was first performed in the United States for a sold-out audience in Carnegie Hall, New York in 1921. When American choir director and arranger Peter Wilosky heard Leontovich's choral work, it reminded him of bells, so he wrote new lyrics to convey that imagery of his choir. He copyrighted the new lyrics in 1936 and also published the song. Now called Carol of the Bells, has become associated with Christmas because of its new lyrics, which included references to silver bells, caroling, and the line,
Sweet silver bells, merry, merry, merry Christmas.
Merry, merry, merry Christmas.
And now let's talk about the story that began in 1818 as a modest performance outside of St. Nicholas Parish in Oberfurt, Austria, and has become one of the most popular Christmas songs of all time.
Silent night.
Translated into over 300 languages, Stille Nacht was written by a priest named Joseph Moore and composed by Frank Xavier Gruber in 1818. The song became popular among traveling folk singers, and before long it could be heard around the world.
Silent night.
The English version we know today, called Silent Night, was not written until 1863. The song was named an Intangible Cultural Heritage by UNESCO in 2011.
Holy night.
And now, let's talk about contemporary or a bit modern music.
You better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout.
It's one of the most famous Christmas songs of all time, even though it makes Santa sound a bit like a horror movie villain in the lyrics. But who wrote it and where did it come from? By the way, if you like horror movies, you can check out one of our previous episodes about soundtracks and scores of the best horror movies.
Well, I'm telling you why, Santa Claus is coming.
Santa Claus Was Coming to Town was written by John Frederick Coots and Haven Gillespie. Gillespie wrote the song's lyrics, while Coots wrote the main melody in just 10 minutes. Coots offered the song to an American entertainment giant, Eddie Cantor, who used it on his radio show in November 1934, and it became an instant hit. The morning after the radio show, there were orders for 100,000 copies, and by Christmas, sales had passed 400,000.
So you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you
The
why.
song has been covered and performed countless times. By the way, recently we had an episode about cover songs that have become more popular than the original. You can find the link in the description. And now, here are some of the most famous covers of Santa Claus Is Coming to Town.
You better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout.
I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Make a list, he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming.
Santa Claus Is Coming to Town is one of the most successful Christmas carols of all time. However, it was outsold by the next song that we'll talk about, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
The song got its start in advertising. In 1939, Robert L. May, a 30-year-old copywriter from the Chicago-based Montgomery Ward department stores, wrote the story Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer as a promotional gift book for the store's customers. Montgomery Ward distributed 2.5 million copies of the Rudolph booklet in 1939.
And if you ever saw it, you would even say,
Rudolph's story was made into a song when May's brother-in-law, the songwriter Johnny Marks, developed the lyrics and melody.
all of the other reindeer used to laugh and call.
Mark's musical version was first recorded by Gene Autry in 1949, selling 2 million copies that year and going to #1 Billboard single chart the first week of 1950.
Call him names, they never let poor Ruth.
And now, let's talk about a song that many of you have been waiting for.
Don't want a lot for.
Mariah Carey released All I Want for Christmas Is You for her 4th studio album and first holiday album, Merry Christmas, in 1994. She wrote the song alongside her songwriting partner, Walter Afanasieff.
I just want you for my own. Oh.
The songwriting couple came up with the chords, structure, and melody for the song in just quarter of an hour. It's definitely not Swan Lake, said Afanasieff, but that's why it's popular, because it's so simple and palatable.
All I want for Christmas.
Mariah Carey began decorating her home in New York with Christmas ornaments for this album. In August, decorating for Christmas. By doing this, she said that it helped to capture the essence of what she was singing about. All I Want for Christmas Is You has charted every holiday season since its original release. For a minute, it's more than 25 years. Due to the song's lasting impact, Carey was dubbed the Queen of Christmas. And according to the calculation made by The Economist, the song earns Carey about $2.5 million a year. It's more than $70 million in royalties so far.
Don't want a lot for Christmas.
Forbes writer Lauren Alvarez, who went on to say that the song became debatably the unofficial song of Christmas each year. The song won 3 Guinness World Records for Mariah Carey. Highest charting holiday Christmas/New York song on the Billboard US Hot 100 by a solo artist, most streamed song on Spotify in 24 hours, Actually, the song did it twice. First on Christmas Day 2018, then again on the same day in 2019 with 12 million streams. And finally, the most weeks in UK single top 10 charts for a Christmas song. And last but not least, my favorite fact about this song. An English farmer named Angus Wielkopolski discovered that goats produce more milk listening to this tune than any other song. The staff of the farm found that goats produced up to half a pint more milk when Mariah Carey's famous Christmas track was played. Subscribe to our channel not to miss the second part of this episode, which will be here in just 2 weeks with even more Christmas spirit and our favorite music. And if you want more, check out our previous episodes about Sia or Yesterday by the Beatles. And let the music inspire you the most. See you next time.